Hey guys, welcome to Nerdarchy for Nerds by Nerds. I'm Nerix Ryan, and today I'm joined by
Nerdarchy Steve,
Nathan Nerdark,
Ted.
And today your wish for a video about wishes is granted.
Jump down the description below where you can sign up for Nerdarchy the newsletter. It's a great way to get gaming tips as well as learn how to game with Nerdarchy.
So I wish for more wishes?
I don't think it works that way.
Never works.
Never goes well.
Right.
So a viewer request, Mitch, was for us to do a spell video on the wish spell. And in D&D, there's several different ways to gain the wish spell. One is being a powerful arcane spellcaster and getting the spell. The other is getting a genie and convincing him to give you his wishes.
But you have to rub it the right way.
Yeah, I'm
Genie's
sure
a
there's some
bottle.
archdevils and demon lords that can grant wishes. Deities can grant wishes. Magic items can grant wishes. And there's probably some plot and story devices that your DM can introduce into the game that would grant wishes as well. Now, depending where your source of wish comes from, your mileage may vary.
Yeah, there's a user warranty and warning as far as it goes.
This is one of the coolest spells. Just reading through it has got these oh my god moments and holy crap. The first thing it says under the spell is, wish is the mightiest spell a mortal creature can cast. That is the first line in the description of the spell. It's amazing.
Yeah, it may very, very well be like the highest word count to describe the effects of what the wish spell could do. It must be better to describe what it can't do. Really.
So there's a bullet pointed list of options, but the base use is it can duplicate any spell of 8th level or lower on any one spell list. That's the safest and best thing that you can do with this spell. And if you just do that with it, You're golden. You got
nothing will go south for you.
You got no problems.
Yeah.
If you decide that you want to use one of these other options, you're gonna suffer stress of casting this spell. Doing so instantly reduces your strength to 3, and it takes days of rest to get it back, doing nothing else. Should you cast another spell, any spell, you're gonna take a die 10 per level of necrotic damage for each spell that you cast while you're under this stress. Holy crap, that's enough to just kill you in a normal combat. But beyond that, casting the spell with one of these stressful matters, there is a 33% chance that you will never be able to cast it again.
And that's no bueno.
And that's not good.
Yeah, a third of a chance that you just can't cast a spell. It just vanishes from your mind.
So,
wiped.
But it does, when you go off of that bullet pointed list, it does offer you some great stuff. You can create a non-magical object that's worth 25,000 gold piece value. That's no more than 300 feet in any one dimension. So, depending upon what someone might say the value of that structure is, boof, house. There it is. That house can't cost more than 25,000 gold. Done. 300 by 300, that's a pretty big house.
Yeah, or a tower, a wizard's tower.
When you build it up.
Wizard's tower.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, you wanted to build a house, done. Gotcha. Covered. You can allow up to 20 creatures that you can see to regain all hit points and have the greater restoration spell remove all effects. Poof. Done.
Yeah, so you can poof away a lot of difficult circumstances. You can grant resistances. The list goes on and on for all these bullet points. But I mean, the more interesting things is like when you start the wish of like, I wish I was as strong and as ancient and ageless as the mountain. You turn into a mountain range. There you go.
So yeah, you can get into the wacky stuff that there is the word the wish however you want, and then it's up to the GM to interpret that request. And there's different examples that are in there, and they can be pretty harsh depending upon how much of a jackass your DM wants to be.
No. In early editions of Dungeons and Dragons, it was in the GM job description that if your players were ever to encounter a wish and you said wish, it was your job, your solemn duty even, to wreak as much havoc and woe upon them as mortally possible.
Well, it depends on the agency or the agent that is granting the wish.
I would say the alignment of the agent and what their goals are definitely going to influence that.
I can understand if you're dealing with the evil genie or the fiend,
the archfey.
They want to twist things that's going to amuse them or best fit their goals. But if you're a good deity or the mortal casting the spell themselves, there shouldn't be a twisting. It should just be, okay, well, what is the easiest way to expedite this wish?
You just broke the hearts of grognards everywheres.
Yes. Which is why I've never put a wish
Actually,
in my
I
game.
believe that the wish spell in here says that like the fates can, like the wording in the spell says like the more wild and out of the parameters of the spell you get, the more likely the spell is to be warped by the fates.
And I think that's to show, as a person,
You're altering
you
reality.
don't have deity level understanding of how the world mechanics of the world work. So when you wish, I think one of the examples is when you wish to have a foe dead, it might just skip forward ahead in time to when that foe is dead.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, I just lost 15 years and he actually did conquer the world. Crap, this world stinks.
Yeah.
Like that level of...
Or if you wish for an object of value,
It takes you to whoever has it.
it could take you to who has it, or it could take it to you, but someone else actually owns it and they're going to want it back. Like if you could probably possibly wish for the Rod of Asmodeus. It might not meet the gold requirements, or might, I'm not sure. But the problem is,
Asmodeus is holding it. Yeah.
well, even if he isn't holding it, god damn, he's going to come looking for it.
or the one ring after it's thrown into the volcano.
Yeah, well, that could go several different ways. One, the molten hot ring forms on your finger, or two, you end up in the pit of lava.
Yeah.
So this is one of the main reasons why I've always left Wish out of my games. I'm there for the story as a DM. I want to have an enjoyable and fun game for all at the table. I have no desire to say, okay, how can I manipulate the wish and the wording? And the other side of it is, I don't want someone who wants to use Wish to bring me a contract written in lawyer speak that is going to take a half hour to read. That's no fun for either of us.
Yeah. Well, that is like the thing of if if an agent is offering wish that you think has your character's best interest at heart, right? Like a deity, a goodly deity. I would be more in favor of using like more poetic language for it versus the hard boilerplate contract that you figured out, like all the if and the ands and ors of how to not get screwed over by the confines of the spell. Now, and also too, like a dumb character should wish for dumb things. Like they're not going to think of the implications of what they're wishing for, so they're the most harmful person to give a wish to.
I want to be immortal, but I don't want to become a statue or dead and undead or any of these. And there's like a giant list of things not to become. You're just like, forget it.
I don't think it works that way anyway. I don't think you can like do the contract
Caveats.
form. I still feel like the wish spell has to be like a sentence, right? In order to the effective magic, and you have to be beware of what you say in that sentence.
Yeah, I think that's more along the style that they're going for, is not this like paragraph or an entire page of documents. It's like, this is what I want my wish to be. It's like, I think it's more of like, you think what you want and it's going to become reality. So you think or say a phrase and bam, that's going to exactly. And then you get stuck you may get stuck with a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, but you're going to get your wish.
All I can think of now is Scott Garrity getting a wish spell in Ted's game.
I want to make that happen. Like me, the person, wants to make that happen.
I think I got a luck blade in his game and I did not use it except to like
No, we did.
save
We
us.
created a portal.
Yeah, to make that portal. That was it. I was like, now I'm just holding on to this. And...
So again, like you said, a big driving factor is where did the wish come from. Magic items could go either way. Like they can be neutral, they can be benign, or they could be a little malicious.
Yeah, you could do like a monkey's paw sort of thing, which is usually bad as well.
And also too, like I like the idea that the more complex your wish is, the more likely the fates are to intervene, and the more it is to get muddled.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with having a little fun with things too. Like, hey, I wish I was as strong as a bull. Boom, Minotaur. Bang. You can have
Well,
some
like,
fun
or
with it.
if you make like, I wish my skin was impervious, and then it like makes you made out of steel, or like maybe it turns you into, well, I mean, really, you could turn into like a statue, or like like basically a statue made out of adamantine, and like you're no longer sentient at this point. Good luck.
Or maybe you are, but sentient isn't the same as animate.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So it's really, that's really the fate screwing you over.
You are aware.
You essentially become Iron Man, not from not from the Marvel universe,
but from the Ozzy Osbourne song.
From the Ozzy Osbourne song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
then,
Sabbath, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Black Sabbath. And then later on, the character that statue can be reanimated and come back as a villain for your world.
Yeah.
Kills the ones you once loved. Genies is a great source of. It's also a great source and a great trope for wish spells. I mean, we touched on it briefly, but the Monster Manual actually has a variant sidebar. Basically, the most powerful of genie kind, the nobles, whether it's Ifrit, the Myriad, the Deo, or the Jinn, all have the ability to grant wishes, and generally it's a set number and over a set period of time. For instance, like a genie may be able to grant 1 to 3 wishes per year. The caveat to that is, if the genie can grant 3 wishes after a couple years have gone by, you cannot go back and ask for those wishes again. He won't be able to grant them to you.
It's the wishes of a lifetime.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And absolutely, all you have to do is look to the Aladdin movies to see how the wishes are likely to
get corrupted.
Or
like the Wishmaster movie. Another thing, I think there probably was some horror tropes with a monkey paw sort of thing, or any of the fiction really that has it. Simpsons Treehouse of Horror.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that one up.
All those are solid ideas of how to skew wishes.
Like, if I'm going to use a wish spell in my game, I would like to actually grant the player what they wanted with a twist. Like, something that's going to do something in the game and make the game more fun and interesting. Yeah, I would prefer to use it so that maybe, an anonymity pops up between them and something else because they gain this power, or there's some kind of catch that means something fun and interesting is going to happen in the game later on. Yeah. Not just, you now have X ability.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, like, I feel like Ace Zenith, like, if he had a wish, he would squander it to, like, have just everyone in the universe know of his greatness and his deeds, right? Like, that's what he would use a wish for.
Or the best and biggest harem ever.
Yeah, or that. Or secondary function. So, 2 wishes done. Yeah.
And one of those ways of creating anonymity is you could say, well, if you wished for a whole bunch of money, or wealth or power, the person that you could have it actually not create it into the world, but actually come from someplace. So you're all like high rolling and spending all this money and being like playing the noble, and another guy's like, he stole my money. That's where it went, kind of thing. Like some thief must have gotten a hold of it. So that kind of like redirection, or if it was a powerful artifact or something, the person that's going to lose it is going to, you're creating anonymity right there.
It's the plot from Kangaroo Jack. Yeah, the kangaroo stole the money. This guy wants it back. No, but sort of the best way to run a wish is it comes true by the most expedient way possible, right? Which is like,
right.
So money comes from within a mile of where the character made the wish, or something like that.
I actually, I like, in my mind, I see streams of gold coins like floating through the air, and out of pouches, out of coffers. And literally piling up in front of the person that made the wish, and like, so people
just follow it directly.
Yeah, people can follow it. People around you now see you have all this wealth in front of you. Yeah, it's like it creates some fun and interesting role-playing scenarios for you guys to deal with.
I feel like at that point you just look to the wizard to teleport you the hell out of there. Like, we gotta go, guys. And then you try to shovel as much gold with you as possible on your way out.
That'd be a funny starting adventure if you think about it as a player. Is like, see their money floating away, and like all of it's going to another county somewhere, and they're like, "What is going on?" And like everyone's like, "Our money."
That actually would be fun, where they're trying to follow the money trail, and they're looking for leads to who last saw the stream of money going through the air.
Yeah.
Well, and people are trying to hunt it and snatch it too.
Hooked on adventure. Built right
into our spell discussion. Guys, tell us your funniest stories for the wish spell down in the comments below. While you're at it, like, share, and subscribe.
Patronize us in a good way over on Patreon.
You can check us out over on Facebook.
You can also find us over on Instagram.
So until next time, stay nerdy.